Nash. I'm sitting down with someone who has been quietly survived every market cycle this industry has thrown at us. He started in 2006, built a company from sprinter vans and cargo vans, shifted into full OTR with 53 footers, and has been running White City Logistics for over a decade through good markets, brutal markets, and everything in between. So, welcome our guest, Nash from White City Logistics. Nash, thank you so much for agreeing to come and be a guest speaker. How is your morning?
Uh, Thank you, Lida, for having me. It's a busy morning, to be honest. Friday, every Friday is busy for us in trucking. So uh, we are trying to um, organize and see like how was previous week and plan next week.
Yes, Mondays and Fridays, I think, is the busiest and craziest days, I believe, for logistics. Nah, so you are a leader who understands tracking not from the textbook, but from the street level operation, accounting, compliance, customers, and real day to day grind most people don't talk about. So tell us how you started and what inspired you to start a company in logistics.
Well, as you mentioned, I have been in trucking since 2006. First as account executive, dispatch, freight broker, and so on, and dispatch manager. 2009, I started my corporation, and since 2011, we have been running over the road with our MC and DOT number. So I always liked logistics, and I like to multitask. I like to do multiple things at the same time, and I like a fast-paced environment. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I think I choose logistics and trucking.
Yes.
And we are trying to learn every day, and we are trying to improve. So uh, I have been in trucking uh, 2 decades, and I experienced, as you mentioned, like ups and downs.
I understand. That's great. So, if you have ever like wonders, if have you ever wondered if you are in the right industry or what I'm doing? Do you have this type of thoughts along the way when the market goes up and down and the operation is so difficult?
Well, I like trucking and logistics, but to be uh, completely honest, the last 3.5 years um, has been very challenging, and I have been talking with multiple companies and friends, and they were thinking if trucking is really the best thing to do, even if they have been trucking 20, 25 years. They were thinking to go out of this business and start doing something else. So last 3.5 years has been very challenging, and uh, I was thinking if market doesn't change, that maybe we should explore different options. But at the end, I stuck with trucking logistics as this is what I like. It's in my blood, and I like doing this every day. Every day is unpredictable, and every day we are trying to improve and do things better and try to fix some issues that we find daily in operations. So I like doing this job, and that's why I uh, stick with trucking and logistics.
Hmm. So, what has been the biggest shift you have seen in the market, and how is White City Logistics is adapting?
Well, a very difficult question. What is the biggest? I was in few podcasts recently, and everyone is asking the same question, like, what is the biggest issue? There is not really one issue. If there is only one issue, we will deal with this issue and resolve it. But currently, we are dealing with multiple challenges every single day, and I'm getting. Let's just take last week or 10 days. I'm getting every day or every week tracking news updates. And if you just take last uh, 7 days or so, you can address multiple issues. So let's start. I can pull email or something that I received recently, and I had multiple emails. When I combine these, there are like 10 different things. So we can start. A few days ago, it was announced that one big company is shutting down 10 roads, uh, is shutting down. Then a lot of bankruptcies from the small companies. So companies from different sizes are shutting down. If they have 2 trucks, 50 trucks, uh, 100 or 1,000 trucks, they're shutting down. And some of them were in business 5 years, some were 10 years, some of them has been like century, like 100 years in business, and they are shutting down. So then we have layoffs, we have some trucking schools issues, we have equipment recalls, then we have the economy problem and freight recession, then multiple things. So we can address all these things just from last like 7 to 10 days. We can, like talk about each of these like uh, bullet points and explain each issue. And then I have some other issues that we are trying to resolve daily. And these are the issues that we have last 2 or 3 years. Uh, and they are even more complex. But the things that I just mentioned are things that were in news in last 7 to 10 days. So uh, we are handling multiple things. As I mentioned before, if there is only one issue or two, we will fix it. But if you're if there is a lot of moving, then it's very difficult to fix it.
Yes. But how do you adapt and how you survive these last few years? What do you believe kept your operation alive and moving forward? So the fact is you are not getting out of business, you're not filing for bankruptcy, so you must be doing something good to survive.
Well, I think experience in trucking is very important, and you need to be patient. You need to adapt. We try to reorganize. Uh, we reorganize our operation. Some companies downsized. It's not really time to grow. This is like, as I mentioned before, a survival mode. So companies are trying to survive, and then we are hoping things will change. Uh, we have big hopes in next year, 2026. So uh, we try to do everything best we can and to give 110% each time. But very important thing is to be always professional and work as a team. Teamwork is very important, and honesty. Uh, in every business, especially in trucking, you need to be honest with your customers, with brokers, with drivers, and I think that's what's really important, and that's how we run business.
Yes, that's amazing. Nash, you have been active in nonprofit and community leadership for years. How has that shaped the way you lead your company?
Well, it didn't uh, really affect much. This is what I do at my free time. I'm involved in charity and community work. Of course, I don't have a lot of free time, but I'm trying, after 5 p.m. or on weekends when I'm not in the office to help with charity work and uh, organize certain events. I have been very active in Chicagoland area and all over the U.S. organizing certain charity events. And this is what I like, and this is what makes me feel good that I'm trying to help other people, people in needs, and uh, I think we can always try to become to be better person and not be selfish. So that's how I am trying to uh, ex- I'm trying to inspire other people uh, with my personal example to do similar things. So this is what I like to do, and this is what I have been doing for a long time.
Amazing. What are the projects you have been working? What is your charity
Well,
organization you focus on mostly?
currently two major projects. I have been working on some projects for uh, Serbian community in Chicagoland area, but I have been doing other projects with helping families in Europe, in the Balkan region. We are collecting funds and helping families with more than two kids, and they live in poverty. And at the same time, we organize some sport events, three-point shootout, basketball tournaments in Chicago and other cities, and we will raising funds for a charity organization. And before that, I was president of one organization in Chicago until 2020, and then I focused a bit more on trucking as market and everything, switched. So I needed more time for business, but I'm still involved in non for profit.
Yes, that's amazing. So, Nash, you have been in logistics since 2006, right? What's one lesson you wish every new carrier understood before jumping into this industry?
Think twice. Think actually three times. Don't just jump in, and you need to think about all options
Mhm.
and all possible issues if you're able to handle this properly. And you need to be honest and professional all the time. Do not copy and paste from companies that conduct some shady business. You need to always give 110%. You need to always uh, to be reliable, and sometimes even lose money so you can help your driver and customer if that's needed for your business, and if you need to honor your words. So you need to uh, you cannot promise things that you cannot deliver. You need to always to be able to deliver everything that you promise. So do not promise too many things. And uh, this is very complex business. Uh, Market is switching and the changings, ups and downs are happening uh, every few years, and it's not like one year is good, one bad. It's unpredictable. So I think if you want to use just one sentence to describe logistics, it's unpredictable business. So uh, you need to be patient, and you need to be ready for things that you cannot even imagine, and nothing can prepare you for this kind of business. So maybe you hear stories from your friends, but most of the time you heard good stories. You heard just when it's good time, and then you see only good things, but you do not see what's really going on behind behind the scene. So then probably it will be very difficult for you when reality hit you, and then you were like shocked. Oh, this is trucking. So I was expecting a lot of money and it's like good life and everything, but that's not really uh, reality.
I agree. Next, tell me what is next for Wow City Logistics? Any project expansions you are excited about?
Yeah, actually, in all these bad things and bad market and everything, there are few good things. So we just become few days ago bonded carrier. So finally we got bonded. We didn't have need in past to be custom bonded carrier, as we were doing over the road mostly driving and reefers. But recently we start working with customer that's importing the product, and they needed company that can pick up from the ports and do some local runs with the chassis. And then because of these tariffs, they were needing the bonded carriers. So we become bonded a few days ago, and this is like really good news for us. Uh, we spent like last 2 months to figure out what we need to do. And the other thing is that we are really trying to keep up with technology. We have been working on our internal uh, TMS, custom made, and we have been working on AI technology to improve uh, our operation and to become better or not to miss certain things. So uh, we think that soon we will be able to use all these new features and probably improve efficiency and customer service.
That's amazing. Nice. So I have some rapid fire questions for you. So you have to answer fast. So what is your favorite truck brand?
Volvo.
Volvo? Yes, that's
Yep.
tactical. Worst freight lanes you ever run?
Which lanes
Yes,
we like to
freight.
run?
Worst
So,
freight lane you ever run?
what is the lane that we are always running, or we don't want to
No,
run?
yes, you don't want to run.
We don't
Worst.
like going to certain states like Montana or like Wyoming, as there is no freight for us. So we are avoiding going to those states, or we avoid going to New York City.
Hmm. You are morning person or night operator?
Morning person.
One thing you wish freight brokers would stop doing.
Uh, being dishonest sometime, and maybe abusing this market, and they're trying, there is liability only on trucking companies. We as a carriers are like we have so much liability, and trucking companies are really doing uh, everything they can to survive. And sometimes brokers are abusing situation, and they're twisting our arm, and they're like telling us like, oh, you need to do certain things, we will charge you 30, 50, 100 bucks. They're putting some small printing and trying to get as much as money out of the original rate confirmation. So it's not really good business. uh, this is not what all brokers do, of course, but some brokers are really trying to uh, abuse the situation.
Uh, yes, I hear you. Coffee or energy drinks on long days?
Coffee, I'm drinking now my espresso every morning, so uh, double shot espresso.
Double shot. Okay. So if you weren't in track, what would you be doing?
I have really some issue with the sound, so can you just repeat again, or maybe close to the mic?
If you weren't in tracking, what would you be doing?
So if I was not in trucking, probably uh, I would do something, maybe some restaurant business, as I have some experience in past, or maybe traveling. I like to travel. I was in more than like 40 countries, so traveling or restaurant business.
Nice. Thank you so much, Nash. This industry needs more leaders who have been in the trenches, built something real, and kept surviving their communities through every season. Thank you so much for sharing your story and your insights. And to everyone listening, thank you so much for tuning in. And stay disciplined and stay ready and keep moving freight. I will see you in the next one.
Okay, thank you, Lida. Thank you for having me, and I hope your listeners enjoyed this short podcast, and I hope we will talk again soon.
Yes, thank you, Nash. Thank you so much.
Thank you.